Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Relatable Hour with Dr. Green. Thank you so much for joining me again today. We have another week's topic, and I really believe that you will get a lot from it. And I have a great person here that's going to be chiming in very soon, and we'll talk about it. But today we're going to talk about setting up your own destiny. And there's so many bullets and nuggets that we can take from that just in itself. But before we dive into that just great topic, I want to just introduce a really good friend of mine, DJ Vision. Thank you so much for joining us, DJ. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me, man. It's a
Uh,
pleasure to be here, and I'm honored that you had me on the show. I'm a big fan, so I
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you, man. I'll send you the check. The check is coming. It's coming in the
it.
mail for you. I appreciate that. But I've known you for years, right? Since kindergarten.
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah, yeah,
So we're looking at definitely well over 30 years at this point, right? What's that
yes,
math?
yeah. Yep. 1987. So
Oh wow, yeah. That's so. What's the math on that? 13 plus 24 hours. Is that 37?
35. Is that
35?
35 years? Something
That's
like
a,
that.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't say that. So I've known you for that long. I would like for you just to share a little bit about yourself so that the audience can get to know you and just get to know your background and everything that has brought you here today.
Yeah, absolutely. So I go by the name of DJ Vision. I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm a big fan of music in general. I'm a hip hop head. So I kind of grew up with hip hop. So, for a long time, I've just been a big fan and been on that wavelength. And I found it as a good expression to share my artistic background with the world. So,
Absolutely. So, I know you, so I know you're not going to kind of parade it yourself as much as I think you need to, but it's not just the music that this DJ Vision stands for, right? I mean, you have so many different elements to what you bring to the table. So, kind of expand on the other parts of, what you do and what you provide with your service.
yeah, absolutely. So, um, I bring, DJ Vision is, I know it sounds like a catchphrase or whatever, but I bring sound and visual components together to blend that perfect mix to create an experience that you won't forget. And I put my all into it. And if you book DJ Vision, you're gonna get the whole shebang. So
Hmm.
that's where we are with that.
Absolutely. So, what led you to kind of getting into this space of, the art of DJing?
Well, like I said, I've always been a big fan of music, and I just over the years, just being a fan, I would go out, I would go out to clubs, and I'd say, I find myself critiquing other DJs, and like, man, why did they do it like that? They should have did this, and they should have did it like that. And then I just, I never really fathomed that that's something that I could do myself. And I was like, you know what? If I would have did this differently if in this situation. So I was, and that kind of sparked a idea like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go into this lane. I have an interest in this and a passion. So I think I can do this. So that's what kind of led me to that path.
Yeah, and since that time, you've definitely just blossomed into it and have put on some great events that I've been subject to see. So I know just how engaged you are with what it is that you do. So as I said, setting ourselves up for destiny, setting yourselves up for destiny. I should say this to the audience. Let's talk about that. Let's dig into that a little bit. When we think of that topic in itself, what comes to mind for you, and how important is it for other people to kind of set up their own destiny?
Well, what comes to mind with me a lot of times, you know just being African American, just trying to find, your niche, or trying to chase success,
Mm-hmm.
we always we always are kind of looking for a seat at the table.
Mm.
And I think we need to redirect our focus from just trying to be accepted and create our own lane. you know if we could shift, just trying to be accepted, we have more power and influence than we know. um we're always looking for somebody to validate us, and we hold the cards. And if we understand the power that we have, sky's the limit. And so I kind of just took that into mind when I decided to venture into my own thing as far as DJing is concerned. So that that's where I am with that. I feel as though um, once we invest in ourselves, we can't lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you spoke about just having that seat at the table, and wanting to create for your own brand and yourself in general. Uh, what are the advantages that you found in kind of taking that ownership and doing something for yourself?
Well, the number one advantage that I found in that is just you are fulfilled to a level that you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you have meaning. You feel like you have purpose. Um, so you working a 9 to 5, and you just working for somebody else. But once you start doing your own thing, I mean, you feel like you're stepping into your purpose, and it gives validity to everything. And the sky's the limit from there.
Mm-hmm. So, how important was it for you when you actually did, make that leap into, start going into your own business? How important was it for you at that point in time? And just kind of looking back at it, would you change anything?
That's a very good question. No, I wouldn't change anything. And ironically, going into it, I didn't necessarily go into it with the idea of this outcome. I went into it just as a hobby, just as an interest. That's what it started as. It started as interest. It started as a hobby, and it kind of grew from there. And that's that's a good takeaway. Once
Mm-hmm.
you do what you love, what you're passionate about, um, it grows from there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
you have to bet on yourself, and you have to be confident and bet on yourself. You have to take that leap of faith.
Mm-hmm. And when you took that leap of faith to do it, uh, what type of hardships or disappointments did you kind of run into, or did you run into any of those things?
Well, it's a learning curve. You just, whatever situation you get involved in, you learn, and you take something from there, and you continue to grow. Um, I started off not having the idea of trying to make some money. You can't start off like, all right, I need to make some money. I need to get rich. You need to start off and just for the love of it
Mm-hmm.
and for the service of it. And once you do that, the money's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. Once you invest in yourself and do it for the love of it, the money's gonna come. So you can't go into it thinking about the money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when you first started and you first started getting your footing into it, um, what were some of the things that you were kind of telling yourself to continue to keep moving forward?
Well, building relationships. When when I started this, I was kind of solo. I didn't come under OG or anything like that. I had a vision, and I just executed on my own. And I built a lot of relationships over the process. And some of those individuals that I encountered, that, believe it or not, that's what took it to another level. They gave me the confidence. They, without even, on the outside looking in, without even knowing, they saw the vision and was on board without even me trying to convince them about it. They was like, huh, I'm interested in that. I'm interested in this guy. And they respected it. And that gave me a lot of confidence. I was like, oh, okay. So these are, people in my field, and they are respecting what I'm doing.
Hmm.
And that gave me confidence to exceed and take it to another level.
Yeah, I would imagine having people that have been in the game for quite some time giving you like your props when you were, just trying to figure things out and trying to just do you. And they more or less kind of validated you and you just kind of being who you were.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. They validated me in being who I am. And like I said, they just kind of gave their seal of approval for what I was doing. And
Hmm.
so once I got that, you know, I was just going at
Hmm.
that point.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, did it take some time for you to really fall into that role as a DJ? Because I know a lot of times when people, go into something new, something that they love to do, but it's new because they're all in. Was it kind of different for you to kind of fall into that role as a DJ? Like, did you feel like you were a DJ, or did it take some other things to kind of make you feel as though you were well within your realm as a DJ?
Well, I was confident and I knew the craft. I knew music, but I didn't know how other people would view that. Um, so when other DJs gave me the green light, I was like, oh, okay. So it kind of gave me validity. But you know, aside from that, I was confident in what I did. But at the same time, I just didn't know how others would view that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the takeaway from that is, bet on yourself. When you
Mm.
yourself, you put the work in, you bet on yourself, then you know, sky's the limit from there.
I know somebody can relate to that. Betting on yourself. Somebody
Yeah.
needed to hear that. That's a very very important thing to remember. Betting on yourself. So you've talked a lot about what you've been doing in the DJ community and how you've kind of branched into your own space, gotten your flowers from other DJs. They've essentially given them to you, which is something that we talked about just last week. But what about um, the brand that you have for yourself? Like when you think about the DJ Vision brand, what is the mission behind it? What type of imprint are you hoping to have on the community?
Well, first and foremost, is service. Um, High quality service, integrity.
Mhm.
Um, if you decide to go with DJ Vision, you get exactly what's promised to you. So first and foremost, above anything else, is integrity and service. So from there, when you see that DJ Vision brand, you're gonna know that you're being taken care of, you know, regardless of what the situation is.
Mhm.
So that's the number one thing I want to take away when you see that brand, DJ Vision. You are going to get that high quality service.
Absolutely, and that's very important because I can kind of speak to several situations where DJs have uh, kind of been hit or miss. Sometimes they'll come on time, sometimes they won't come at all. Uh, I I remember when I was in college and we had a party. The Alphas had a party, and the DJ did not show up. So we had to scramble to try to find somebody else. Not saying that all DJs are like that, but I just know that it can kind of get rough sometimes when people
Right, right.
are relying on somebody to provide a service and they just fall apart. They don't come.
Absolutely. Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Yeah,
That is correct. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So you have shared a lot about how you built your own brand, how you created your own seat at the table. A lot of just really important nuggets. It took you some steps to get to this place. So, how did you attack your goals as it relates to creating your own business and setting up your own destiny?
Well, um, like I said, it started off as a hobby, as
Right.
anything. Um, I I I saw a niche. I saw a need. I saw a need. I saw a lane, and I saw a void. So that's the number one thing. You see a void, you see a lane, and you say, "Hey, I think I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
This is a void here. I think I can fulfill it." And so that's
Mm-hmm.
where the vision starts. So the creative process starts behind that. You find a niche, and you create a process that I didn't even know I had. But once you just get in that mindset, the wheels start spinning, and then hey, you got an idea, and then you sell that idea to the public,
Mm.
and that's how that works.
Mm-hmm. And I think there's some power in just saying that, because when you think about the void that's out there and how you can actually help fill in that void, fill in that gap, it's almost as though that setting yourself up for your own destiny, it kind of creates a different space all like entirely, because
Right,
you have created yourself to be available to other people to give them a service that they didn't even know that they needed. But when you came along with your ideas and your destiny, it kind of made all the sense in the world for other people too.
right, absolutely, absolutely. And this can translate to a lot of different scenarios. It's not just about doing your own business. It's anywhere in life you go back to the topic. You take control of your destiny. You don't look for other people to validate you, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
You are in control of your destiny, and the second you realize that, then success is imminent.
Mm-hmm.
But you first have to take control of your own destiny
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
realize your power and your worth.
Why do you think people look for others to validate them?
Well, it's human nature, and it's ingrained in our society. um, that's just kind of where we are. We seek validation. um, but um, we seek validation, but at the same time, you you just can't. A lot of times we get caught on what's hot, what's hot, what's hot. We don't necessarily we don't really fathom that we can create our own thing, especially African Americans. We don't know our worth. We don't think we can create our own thing. But we don't. If we just sat back and just looked, we would understand that everybody is copying off us.
Mm.
Uh, you know, and it's more like it's like an inferiority complex. We just we we feel like we're inferior, so we need to seek validation from everybody else, from mainstream America. But if we just understood the power we had, that we can take. I mean, we can conquer the world.
Mm. Mm. So how does it feel knowing that you have found your worth and your purpose and you're utilizing it on so many different levels? How does that feel?
Well, it's definitely fulfilling. It feels good. As an artist, whenever you create something and somebody likes what you create, I mean, this is a feeling you can't explain, because you know they see the vision. You know, no pun intended.
There was a pun.
But,
It was a good one though. It was really good.
but whenever somebody, when you creating a vision and somebody sees the vision, it's just, it's you can't explain it, man. It's just, it's a great thing.
It is a great thing. I can definitely attest to that, and I can tell that you definitely feel that very same way. So, what advice would you give to someone who, first off, wants to create their own destiny, create their own path, but also more specifically for someone who's wanting to be a DJ and following your footsteps? What would you tell those individuals?
Well, inspiring, I would tell an inspiring DJ the same thing I would tell anybody inspiring to do any type of business. And that's approach everything with integrity.
Hmm.
Be a man of your word, follow through with what you say you're going to do first and foremost. And from there, whatever your niche, whatever you're creating, whatever your vision, it can expand from there. But integrity is a lost art. Um, if you can master that, or just value that, that can take you a bunch of different places. So that's first and foremost. I would tell them that it's not necessarily about DJing. It's about
Hmm.
service,
Hmm.
the community,
Hmm.
integrity. That's what it's about,
Hmm.
and that's
And
takeaway.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate that because that's a huge component to so many things. Just having that integrity, having that ability to say yes or say no, or to do exactly what people are expecting for you to do at the time that you said that you were going to do it,
Right.
and
Uh,
be and meaning the things that you say to people, following up, doing exactly what you said that you do, being a man of your word, as you said. Um, So what's the best part about it? What's the best part about being a DJ?
Well, for me personally, the best part about it is I get to party, hang out, have fun, something that I would do anyway and
Yeah.
get paid for it. That's the best part of it to me.
Yeah.
I would do this for free. I would
Hmm.
do it for free, and because I enjoy it. It's a
Hmm.
passion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the best part of it.
So what is one word that affirms who you are?
One word that I hate to keep bringing up the same thing, but I would say integrity, integrity, empathy, understanding. That's three words, so I'm
Three
sorry.
words, but you're on a roll, so I'm gonna let you keep going.
but if I could just sum it up in one word, I would just say integrity.
I think integrity encapsulates all those other words too,
Right,
because
right.
when you are a man of integrity, you have that empathy and that ability to feel what other people are feeling. So, what was the other word that you said?
Empathy, empathy,
It was
uh,
you said integrity, then you said another word, then you said empathy.
integrity, empathy, and
What's the third one? I don't
we,
remember.
we may have to run it back.
Yeah, I'm about to run it up. We'll run it back when you all see this. You'll get the third one. But I think all of them encapsulate into that integrity. I think that's a great way to define you as well. I've always known you to be a man of integrity and doing what you said that you were going to do, and just always being extremely reliable. And I feel like I've said this, and I said this to Joseph a few weeks ago when he was on here. But I feel like I've said it to you, but I'm saying it on air and on record that I am extremely proud of you for all that you have accomplished and are going to continue to accomplish. And I know that people are going to see your work on the show because we'll be having some pictures and videos. I'm sure you all seen that right now. But when you see his work and you see how DJ Vision really does what he does, you are going to know that this is not going to be the last time you've heard from him because he's an amazing artist. He does some amazing work. And I know that the best is yet to come for you. So thanks so much for being on the show. Thank you for just sharing your knowledge and your expertise with us. I know that there are so many people that got something from this message about setting up your own destiny. So thank you again, DJ Vision, for being on here. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me, man. I
No
love
problem. I love you too. So listen, I know the people want to be able to find you and to follow you. So how can people find you on social media? What's your tags? Let's hear how people can connect with you.
it. Yeah, absolutely. So you can find me at on Instagram at DJ underscore vision 601 on Instagram, and my email address is DJ vision601 at gmail.com. And on Facebook, you can find me at DJ Vision Sound and Lighting. So, yeah, a lot of my work is on there and it speaks for itself.
It does. Definitely check it out. Like I said, you all are probably seeing pictures and videos of it right now. So just go and follow them and see the rest of it because it is amazing stuff. You even had a video that went viral, and it's probably still going viral at this point, right?
Yeah. I got a viral video from a wedding here in Madison. We were hanging out, partying. So, it got over 2 million views.
Oh, that's
So
amazing. That is
so yeah.
amazing. Yeah. So I know that again, this is not the first or last time you're going to hear from him doing just amazing things. So as we wrap up, DJ Vision, tell me something, one thing that you are grateful for today.
Oh man, I'm grateful for a lot, man. I'm grateful for the friends I have, man. For first and foremost, if it wasn't for my circle, I
Hmm.
wouldn't be where I am now because they 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 put that pressure on me. They challenged me to be better than the status quo, and it's because they decided to do the same. So choose your circle wisely.
Mm, that's another gem
That's
to
another.
drop on the
That's another.
people.
That's a
Oh
whole other
yeah.
topic.
It's a whole other topic. We probably could have gone through that the entire show because
Right.
that is a definite message. I think what I'll do, and I'm kind of speaking this into existence. I think I'm going to bring that circle to formation,
Okay.
and our circle can actually discuss the importance of it and the impact that we've had on each other. So that's a great idea. I think we will make that happen in the near future. So thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
sharing that to happen as well. I think for me, I would say that I am grateful to to just be given an opportunity. Sometimes we take for granted just opportunities that are afforded to us. And I'm grateful for every single opportunity that I've been able to walk through and been able to just gain some type of insight or some type of blessing from. So I definitely want to say I'm grateful for that today. So truly thankful and grateful for that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for coming and watching the show. I hope that you all have a great evening and a great rest of the week, a great weekend. Tune in next week. We're going to have another dynamic topic. I want to see you there. Have a great one. Have a great evening.